For my next meal, I'm making bubble and squeak. This is a popular British dish that is known as one of the great peasant dishes of the world. I have some cabbage along with onions, and I'm using 1 potato and 1 egg. It's my understanding that there are lots of variations on this, but there are always 2 main ingredients, and that's potatoes and cabbage. I think the idea behind this is to make a delicious meal out of leftover potatoes, but I don't have any leftover potatoes, so I'm just gonna boil mine in some salted water, and then I'll fry up some cabbage and onions. This is kind of similar to the haluski recipe that I made. We're going to fry this to a nice golden brown after we assemble all of our ingredients. This would probably be best if I let the potatoes cool down and dry out some more, but I'm hungry now, so I'm not going to wait. I'm just going to mash these up, and then I'm going to taste them to see if they need a little bit more seasoning, and then I'll add in the remaining ingredients. The next step is to fry this in one big piece until it's crispy, and I have this mini cast iron skillet that I think would be perfect. And just so you can get an idea of the size, this is a regular size cup, and I want it to almost be sizzling before I add in my potato mixture. We want lots of crispy bits. I was trying to keep this all in one piece, but I didn't think it was going to be able to flip, so I had to cut it in half. You guys, this meal was so good. It was a 10 for me. It just seemed so perfectly balanced with the cabbage and the potatoes. And I also think that last week I used real garlic, and this week I used garlic salt. And I think that it helped to season every single bite that I had. And if you were serving this to somebody and they didn't know what was in it, they would just think it tasted like the world's most tastiest hash browns, because that's what it tastes like to me. I feel like this is a meal that I could serve at a fancy bed and breakfast, and people would be trying to recreate this dish at home, but they wouldn't know the ingredients, so they'd never be able to recreate it unless you told them that you had cabbage in this. It's so flavorful and so delicious. I feel like this needs to be a meal that's eaten at least once a week. That's how good it is. If you wanted to add anything to it, maybe you could add some sauteed spinach on the side, or even some sliced fresh tomatoes on top. I think that'd be nice. And I think it would be good also if you wanted to add some meat to this dish. You could add in a can of diced ham if you wanted to, or you could incorporate bacon or sausage. Sometimes just changing out one ingredient gives you a completely different meal, but I am sad that this meal is over. I'm already wanting to eat it again. Thanks so much for watching my recipe video. I'll see you in the next one.